We are Journals Out Loud. I'm your lovely and captivating host, Louise Planker, here with a panel of wise and wickedly wonderful teens. We've got Josh, Jilly, Tara, Lindsey's here, Jabbar.
Possible, maybe.
Jabbar's a big old maybe. Jabbar's probably playing football in the rain, and
he's gonna get all these white couches so dirty.
Oh no!
You better wipe his feet. It's raining here in California, and we're going to talk about all kinds of wonderful, interesting, fascinating things that affect you, things that are about your life, and things that have to do with humanity, which is what we're a part of. So the first on our list of 2 talk about items has to do with the new Beauty and the Beast movie, in which there is an openly gay character. His name is
Lefou.
Yeah, I was going to say that. And he's in love with Josh Gad, who plays Gaston.
No. Josh Gad is Lefou.
Oh, and he's in love with Luke Evans, who plays Gaston.
And he is the fact checker.
And it's in France, which is why we get to say things like Lefou. And so the film is banned in Russia because this is the first time there's an openly gay character, and there's no gay people in Russia, so they're offended. And openly gay, exactly, and we're going to get to that.
Why can't Russia just get on our level?
Russia has a lot of work to do, honey. Yeah.
Okay.
So there's petitions being signed to ban this movie in certain American cities. Beauty and the Beast came out ahead of Batman versus Superman in its opening weekend in a link that Aaron sent me. And we're going to play the clip. This is a clip from the trailer, and I don't know what it is about this clip, but it makes me cry.
It's so true.
Will break the spell. You must finally learn to love.
Have you really read every one of these books?
Some of them are in Greek.
True as it can be. Rising in the east.
You were having a moment.
It makes me
So
emotional.
it's very emotional, and you should know that that song was written by Howard Ashman, who passed away from AIDS before he could accept the Academy Award that he won for this song.
Wow.
Dang.
And so it is fitting that there's an openly gay character in the film. However, there are those who believe that the character is not like the coolest dude, and they are looking forward to some openly gay characters who are like a little more.
I disagree with that statement.
All right, so
Lefou
you
is
saw
awesome.
you saw the movie, so
Right.
please do tell.
Okay, well, first off, I'm a princess. It says it on my sweatshirt, so I got this. But no, I think the movie, first of all, is beautiful. Like, it's filmed beautifully. Emma Watson did fantastic. All the characters are casted perfectly. And Josh Gad as Lefou couldn't have made a better decision. Like, that was amazing. About the whole gay thing, I don't want to, like, spoil the movie. They hint at it. It's not, like, a huge thing. Comes in at the end, but it's not, like, you don't really notice it. It's really quick. And it doesn't really matter. They don't focus on it, like, the whole movie.
Cares?
Like, but it's so pretty. Just go see it.
So we're gonna go see
wonderful.
it.
Yes.
And
It's so pretty.
Does anyone want to be my date for it?
I'll go with you.
Okay, let's do it.
Can I go again?
we
Can
should
I
all
join?
take gay
Yeah,
dates.
let's have a journals field trip, guys.
Let's go. Let's go.
Let's go do this.
Let's go.
I'm down. I'm so game.
So it begs the question, though: have there been any closeted gay characters in Disney films throughout history? And there are websites that beg to answer that in the affirmative. So let me pose to you. Let me posit. Is that a word? The genie in Aladdin. Anyone?
Nah.
No.
A little gay? No.
I think he just doesn't specify at all. I think maybe he's bi.
Okay.
Maybe.
He just doesn't say anything.
Fair. He
Guys,
says a
I need
lot
to
of
rewatch
things.
all of these movies. That's what I'm realizing. Because I feel
You
like
ain't
I don't
never had a
remember
friend like
them.
me.
I don't think.
ain't never
No,
had a friend like me.
Genie's just bi, and he just loves love.
Okay.
That's who
Hades and Hercules.
Oh,
I don't remember that.
Hades
He's a little
is
flame.
so sassy.
Pretty sassy.
He
I don't
is
think I
the
ever saw that
sassy
one.
villain. What?
All right.
Hercules?
Yeah.
This is
Oh.
controversial.
Okay, what? Give it to me. Go.
Prince Eric in the
No!
No.
Sorry, no. I'm Ariel. My
Clearly
man
no.
is not gonna be gay.
Mm-mm.
He's my man. I need it. Eric, if you're out there,
You know-
I need you.
He is reluctant to kiss a girl.
No.
Because he's shy. Because Ariel is just so majestic.
She hasn't said a word to him.
Ariel is
Like,
majestic.
that's a thing. Like, you need to have a
She
conversation.
needs to talk,
You know?
and she doesn't have legs.
Well,
She
does.
does.
Beneath her.
They do.
She does.
when
Yeah,
he
when
needs
the
her.
when the dad grants her legs, or
Oh,
Ursula
oh.
grants her legs.
Oh,
Ursula
okay.
gives her legs, and that's when they meet.
Because
But
they
she
had
can't
a
talk,
baby.
and then-
Do you not remember that? They had a baby.
I don't remember any of.
Okay, well,
too.
Ariel lives happily ever after, and she
Okay.
has a baby.
All right.
Her name
so-
is Melody.
and Eric is straight.
She has her
okay.
own.
Eric is very, 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 very straight.
Turkina in Tarzan. Bear in
Who?
mind, this is
Turk?
voiced by
Who is that?
Rosie O'Donnell.
The
So she-
Tarzan's best.
Turkina is a
gorilla
lesbian.
friend.
Is the
Turk.
hypothesis?
I don't
Also
even
known as
remember her. I don't remember.
Okay.
Guys, this hurts. I know all of these characters. No.
Ursula in The Little Mermaid.
No.
Not gay.
No. I can-
Elsa in Frozen.
No. I can tell you who's gay in Frozen.
Who's gay in Frozen?
Olaf.
No. Oaken, who is the trading post guy. He is gay. He has the
Oh.
gay when they show the sauna scene and there's all his family members. That guy, that's his husband.
Ooh.
Some
Nicely done.
real like
Ooh, good
Well,
job,
they-
inside
Frozen.
information.
What?
And while Elsa may not be gay now, there's a petition out there to,
Mhm.
in the second movie to make her that
Right.
way.
Really?
Yeah.
Frozen?
And Idina Menzel is behind the petition
Yeah.
too.
Ooh, I kind of want to.
So.
Yeah, let's do it.
So I am totally behind it.
I'm so game.
I mean,
Because I mean,
Go for
Anna's straight, so have Elsa be gay.
Yeah.
Like, why not? Let's do it.
Jabbar,
I
any
love
thoughts,
it.
feelings, opinions, views? No. Okay, no.
He's silent.
Not on this topic.
All right. Any other gay characters in Disney history that I am not thinking of?
No, but well, maybe I don't know.
I feel like someone in Toy Story is gay.
That's Pixar, isn't it? No.
Is like the hot dog gay?
what?
Someone.
They're like
What
not the
is
hot
Toy
dog, the
Story-
dog, the
dog.
slinky,
Slinky
the
dog.
slinky
No.
dog. There's
He's
gotta be
just loyal.
someone.
I
in
feel like
Toy
now we're
Story.
just naming
Okay,
random
so-
What did you say?
characters.
Wait,
Josh,
Jilly, who'd you
go.
say?
Oh, I was thinking like Sesame Street, like Bert and
That's not
That's not
Disney,
Disney.
but
I
I
go
know,
for it.
but that's just what
Yeah.
I was. Bert and Ernie. That
Yeah.
was like what I
That's a huge
definitely thought
thing,
was
yep.
just like a little hint at like
Yeah.
a bromance
So,
that maybe
Josh.
was
along the
something
lines, still not really Disney, but the Once Upon a Time
Oh.
show uses Disney characters, and they made Mulan a lesbian with Aurora. So it was like,
Oh
Right.
my god!
Wait.
It was the
I
most
don't- I'm wearing
amazing
this
thing
shirt.
ever.
Yeah.
Like I love Once Upon a Time. I haven't gotten caught up on it, but it's
Right.
oh,
Hey,
I love it.
Well, there's a joke around like Tumblr and stuff that Li Shang, Mulan's guy,
oh yeah,
he's gay because he's like falling in love with a man because Mulan.
and then
is,
when he's like not interested because
Gender
she's
is
a
a-
woman.
right,
Sexuality
exactly,
is a spectrum.
right.
And
Sexuality is a spectrum, and I think that in fan fiction, everyone is gay, potentially.
Yep.
Like there could be fan
Not
fiction
Edward
of all of us
Cullen.
being gay. In fact, start writing it.
That'd be kind of fun to be gay. I told a girl I liked her boobs today. She was a worker though. She's my friend, but her boobs just looked awesome.
How did this
today.
come up conversationally?
I just told her. I was like, I like your boobs today. They look good. And she's like, thank you, boo boo. And I was like, you're welcome.
I love a good compliment. Not that that's necessarily a good one, but like
face right
she's
now.
just like
I mean, but that's
is
just
that
that's
normal?
my work. I work at Pink Taco, and we just talk like that with
Okay.
people. It just, yeah, like
Taco.
slap butts and everything. It's a lot of girls that work there. I don't slap guys' butts.
I appreciate that she appreciated the compliment.
Yeah. Well,
rather than
she's
saying,
bi.
what was wrong with my boobs yesterday?
No,
Oh.
she's bi. She likes girls and guys, but
Okay.
yeah, she's just a sweetheart. She's sexy.
All right. Well, we all appreciate your boobs every day. Taco. We're Pink Taco.
Pink Taco on
coworker.
Sunset.
And go see Beauty and the Beast.
P.S. The name of that restaurant is gay. So, moving on to our first question: should you choose a boyfriend who is perfect or your ex? I love it when people phrase their question in the third, or is this the second
That
or third
doesn't
person?
make any sense.
No, but it's like asking for a friend. Okay, we know that this is happening to you, and so, Jabbar, are you relocating? Okay.
yeah, we're just don't worry about it. Keep talking.
Keep talking. So what the question really means is I have a boyfriend who's perfect on paper. I should love him. Everything about him is just great. Why am I still in love with my ex, who now seems to want me back? That is the dilemma. Please discuss.
I don't even know what to say. Like in all honesty,
Because my first thing is like, okay, if you're not happy with who you're with, then that's an issue. But if you're not over your ex, that's also an issue. So I feel like there's several
They're
layers.
probably just they didn't take enough time to get over their ex and to be with a new person. Because if they are perfect, there's just something
What is perfect?
you didn't. Well, you know what I mean. Like
I know, but I just want to know.
perfect.
Well, I almost think they said perfect in like a not great way. Like they're perfect, but not for me kind of way. Is what this person's saying.
So maybe you just want your ex back, but there's got to be a reason why they are your ex. So like you just need to take some time and be you.
I feel that when it comes to romance, if you feel like you're at a crossroad and you need to choose, then the choice is not to choose neither one. Because if your boyfriend were perfect for you, you wouldn't be having this dilemma because ex-boyfriend would be doing whatever and you'd be like, whatever. But because you feel torn, you're not ready to devote your entire self to one person. And therein lies the problem. Therefore, you shouldn't be with this guy, even though he's perfect. And you're trying to say, why aren't I completely in love with him, and blame yourself? But it just means he may not be the right person right now.
Yeah.
Or your heart wouldn't be getting tugged by the ex, Jabbar.
I like what Josh said. Like, this person can be perfect, like, just in general. Like, you know how you meet somebody, you're like, oh, this is a perfect person, but it's just not for you. So, I mean, you still have feelings for your ex, but this boy that is, like, probably perfect, and like Tara said, he's an ex for a reason. So you might as well go with your gut, I guess. Go with your gut.
But don't flirt with your ex while you're still in this relationship. Like, don't put one foot on the dock and one foot in the boat.
Not cool.
Because it will hurt eventually.
Yeah.
And the waves have a way of doing whatever they're going to do to you. So there's just a right way to conduct yourself. And choosing not to choose is actually a really good choice. But first comes something really hard, which would be breaking up with this guy and saying, I'm not really ready to be in a relationship right now. And then if you find yourself flirting with your ex, you really need to ask yourself why you broke up in the first place. What would be different this time? Because unless things are changing, history is going to repeat itself.
Yeah.
And, being young, it's for dating. It's not for finding Mr. Perfect. So maybe Mr. Perfect came along too soon. 5 years from now, you'll marry the guy. Who knows? It would make a wonderful book. What's wrong, Tara?
No. We'll talk.
Yeah,
later.
yeah. I was
we'll
saying
do
that.
it. Yeah.
I was feeling like that was a flash of like.
Yeah, that's a flash of what's gonna happen later.
It's a foreshadow.
Ooh,
it's foreshadow, guys.
So then, Tara, you have a dog on your lap. Can everyone see Luna?
Can you see my puppy?
It's very important.
How cute is my puppy?
With a dog on your lap, can you multitask and read the next question?
Oh yeah, this dog is like the most amazing thing ever. She's a great dog. I am a junior in high school and was asked to prom with a senior friend. I said yes. The only problem is that I have a boyfriend and I'm not sure if he would be okay with it, so I don't know how to tell him. He's a freshman in college and took me to his senior prom last year. He gets very jealous, but I really want to go and I don't see this guy as any more than a friend. What should I do? Well, I say live your life, and a healthy relationship is a guy that wants you to be happy and trusts you. There should be trust, and he shouldn't be jealous. If it's a friend, it's a friend. You should be able to go. And that's how relationships should be.
I don't know. I feel like that one is off the table.
No.
I think you have to talk to your boyfriend, number one, like before you do anything. Like, you should not have said yes before you talk to your boyfriend.
I mean, that is true.
Like, you should, just out of like a respect thing, just out of like, hey, this guy asked me as a friend. He knows it's as a friend. How do you feel about that? Would you care? And I agree with you, though. Like, a supportive boyfriend would the guy that I was with would be like, yeah, go. Like, I don't care.
Well, because here's the thing that you got to think about, too, is that your boyfriend is in college. You're still a junior in high school. So what? You went to senior prom with him, but what if you guys break up the next year and then you didn't get to go? Like, it's prom. Still go, have fun, and if it's your guy friend who's asking you, who cares?
It's
a
guy
guy
you have to
friend.
talk to your boyfriend.
Yeah,
I
definitely.
think like
Just
you've already
communicate.
saying yes before talking to him. You have to talk to him like now.
So, yeah, I agree with everything you said. Like, I think that you can go, but the right steps have to be taken beforehand, which you didn't do in this circumstance. And the one thing that also concerns me is you don't see him more than a friend, but the guy asked you to prom, and you didn't say that he thought you were a friend. So that's also concerning, that he probably doesn't think of you as a friend, and you're going with him to prom. So if I were the boyfriend, I would be upset now already because she didn't say anything. She already said yes. She already did all these things. And
It would be great if he was a GBF.
like, if this was a close guy friend, what?
Do you know what GBF means?
Gay best friend.
I mean,
Yeah, so if he's like your gay best friend, who cares?
But yeah, that would be different. Like if
Yeah.
this person was already involved in your life, it doesn't sound like this person is.
yeah.
So I get like if it's a friend and that he knows you're in life and like all this other stuff, but this person sounds like it's just a random dude at your high school that asked you out.
This is so literally what happened to Ryan from last season. I don't know if you guys
Yeah,
know
I
him.
remember him on the thing.
Remember
with the
this happened to him.
talking and then
And it
with the
broke
crying.
his heart.
that his girlfriend
Oh.
went with someone to prom.
So
is this
please,
Ryan?
Girl, don't break your...
Is this you, Ryan? Yeah. So be careful. Your boyfriend's your life has stayed the same. Like all your surroundings are the same as what he left behind, and he has all new surroundings, and he has to picture you going off to prom with some boy who may.
I don't understand why she didn't invite him to her prom junior year. You still can invite people, so that's kind of...
No. It's a senior prom, isn't it?
It's the guy's senior prom.
So are there differences between junior and senior proms?
well-
because my school did junior and senior prom together.
Well, my school didn't even allow junior proms. It's only senior prom.
Yeah, we only
so
had
like
senior
it
prom.
depends. It depends where this person's coming from, and then
Weird
also my school
schools.
didn't allow anybody who didn't attend the school, even if they were in another.
you got
high
like a
school.
permission slip or something.
not my
oh,
school.
you could.
Nope.
Ooh.
So-
we got
Wow.
permission slips.
Yeah.
She's also
Background
dating. She's a
checks.
junior in high school dating a college boy.
Yeah, I was wondering. If you
So
were
she
gonna
was a
hit that
freshman and he was a junior. Who cares?
Or
Okay.
sophomore, senior. Yeah.
Yeah,
one.
doesn't
He's
matter.
like,
It's okay. I
It's
don't mind
it's
it.
a
a little
stretch. It's a
weird,
stretch,
but-
but I just
Nah.
don't know if you like. Ask yourself what you really want, because do you want to stay with this guy who's your boyfriend, or do you want to just be a kid going to high school, going to prom? Because it may be that you should break up with your boyfriend for now and see if maybe you're supposed to be together later. But for now, just experience high
I
school.
hate when people say that though. It makes me so annoyed. Like, sorry.
I live to annoy you.
No, but it's just
You're
like,
welcome.
I hate that thing where it's like it maybe later down the line, because it's just like you just don't know, and it sucks when people say that, but it's so true. But it just is so friggin' annoying. Sorry, had to get that out.
Don't be surprised if this guy is like very passive aggressive, because that's the way I would react to this now. It's like, are you going to prom now? I don't have no say. You already said yes. Bye.
See, like honestly though, if it was me, I wouldn't say that I already said yes. I would do I would lie a little bit.
And be like,
but
I
people
gotta
know
say
when you're
yes.
I would
lying,
say I wouldn't
so-
say that I responded yet. I know that that's not necessarily the right thing
But
to
that
do,
would save your relationship.
I
just
would
in
say,
case.
listen, I got asked to prom. I told the guy that like I wanted to talk to you first because that's the right thing to do. And
Yeah, okay, so what if I tell you
Take a
no?
week. If only I had
What
actually
if you
done
tell
that.
I'm
me
like,
no?
I don't want you to go. And
Then
he's
I-
already jealous. He's already a jealous guy.
then I would go to the guy who asked me and said, I would say, listen, you know what? My boyfriend's really not okay with me going with somebody else to prom. I'm so sorry. I didn't think he would react like that, but out of like respect towards him, I just
Aw,
can't go with
Jilly.
you.
You want a date?
Now we know who Jabbar's girlfriend is.
Ah.
Figured it out.
We knew we'd check it out of him. All right, so I think you just have to figure out what you want, because there's going to be consequences either way. One consequence is you don't get to go to prom. The other consequence is this guy may not be comfortable having a girlfriend that, I mean, because it's like prom one night, then like, oh, everyone's going to the movies, and it's like you have a life. You're in high school. You're a junior, and he's 18 and you're 16. So just figure out what you want, and maybe taking a break is the best thing for this kind of a long distance relationship when there's this much of a gap in age. I just don't know if it's sustainable. I do know that as much as Tara doesn't want to hear me say it, whatever is meant to be will be.
Gap. It's junior to college freshman.
It's
Not
kind
a
of
big gap. It's not.
You're
big
saying
gap.
it's not a wait, Jilly. What are you
What?
saying?
I'm saying it's a definite gap.
Yeah.
I'm not
It's
saying
not.
it's the biggest gap, but I'm
not a
saying it's a
big
gap.
gap.
Only because when you're a junior in high school, like you're taking your SATs and stuff, and when you're a freshman in college, like
You're partying.
you're like in a whole different world.
Yeah.
And I just know that I've seen like college friends with younger or older or boyfriends from high school, and it's a mess because you're in totally different worlds, and that's really hard to understand the other person's perspective
Right.
when you're in a whole other world, because the person in high school doesn't know the college world, and the person in college may or may not know the high school world and may still want to live in that world, and it's just a weird situation.
It's a transitional
It's not the
period.
age though.
I
It's
feel,
not.
I
It's
feel.
not the 2 years or 3 years or whatever.
Oh
it
yeah,
is.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
'cause
mean, that's what
we
I mean.
know-
I don't
Yeah,
think it's an
that's
age
not what
gap.
I-
It's just it is like a
It's just
lifestyle
it's
gap.
a life gap, and when
Mhm.
you're older, like you're kind of all doing the same. You're working or you're whatever, so the gap doesn't feel as significant. But when you're younger, you're just in different stages of life.
Yeah.
That's
Every age gap gets less and less and less the more everyone gets over 18. So, but when someone's still a
True.
child and one person's having the college experience and one person's having the high school experience, there's a maturity difference too in terms of emotional and everything else, but it's also just the reality of day to day is so different. It's like Jilly said, it's so hard to relate to what the other person is going through and the choices that the other person is making.
I feel like from age 15 to age 25, each year is so different.
Yeah.
And like
It is. All right. I don't
Some
think we have
profound
to.
thoughts by Tara. I think we did tremendously.
But
That was
Jilly,
great.
would you read the next question? Please?
Absolutely.
Maybe we'll
Jilly.
figure out how to help somebody today.
Okay.
I like this question.
This is
I
a
think
fun
it's
one.
funny.
This one is funny.
Okay,
It's really
my
funny.
boyfriend's dads are gay, and we call them Big Daddy and Little Daddy. Recently, I went to dinner with. Jabbar,
great.
could you keep it together through my question?
We're like, we want to know them.
I really want you to say it interesting though. Like
Big
entice.
Dad-
Yes. Yes. Please,
There
Jilly.
you
Please
go.
do it. Oh my God. Please. I'm
not the two gay dads.
No, but just like read the question. I'm really. Please, come on. Do it for me. Please. Please, Jilly.
Oh
Please.
my God.
Jilly,
Okay.
you have a fangirl. Her name's Tara.
Her name's Tara, and she has a cute little pink bandana. Okay.
Okay, go.
She's so excited. My boyfriend's dads are gay, and we call them Big Daddy and Little Daddy. Recently, I went to dinner with all three of them, and Big Daddy was pleasant as always, but Little Daddy was the biggest jerk ever. He was constantly a jerk to my boyfriend and being very toxic. How do I help him when his father is being so nasty to him? When I heard the word toxic, I just immediately thought of Britney, and so I'm just trying to reel it back in. But
Oh my God. Stop it. So did I. Just sorry.
okay, I'm glad we're on the same page. But this is a tricky one because you don't want to cross any
I think
weird
I know like the
boundaries.
source of all this. When they were having a baby and deciding like what the kid would call them, the person that got stuck with Little Daddy has been annoyed ever since.
Probably.
So
I don't
say
think
something helpful because
You can't
something
do
helpful.
anything with somebody's parents after what I've gone through. You can't do anything.
Just be
like,
supportive. Just be supportive to your boyfriend. Don't get too much in the middle. Don't say anything bad about anybody. Just be supportive and
if it gets worse and worse, then you gotta disperse yourself from that. But
so when a problem is this many people removed, you guys are correct. You can't solve it. It's
their
your boyfriend's
family.
father, so
Yeah.
you have to be respectful of that. What you can say to him, and I like when someone has like a crazy mom or dad, I like to, instead of we're not going to call anyone's parent crazy, but I like to use the word challenging.
I
'Cause
say
I think-
crazy.
I think it's really
I know
challenging.
so many crazy moms.
I'm like, Little Daddy was challenging last night, and then see if he expresses himself and just nod and say that I know.
Yeah, I think you're right because you need to see where your boyfriend is, like what he's thinking about it. Because if he doesn't see that it's toxic, then there's a problem.
But I still think that you cannot overstep. And even if your boyfriend's coming to you and saying like, oh, this is so annoying, whatever, like I would say let him rant, but just be careful what you say because you don't want to like say something, when he's all upset and like you're trying to support him and be like, oh, he's the worst. And then you've now like said something about his dad and then it's awkward.
Yeah, you have to tread very carefully. So you want to be supportive, understanding, but you don't want to say, "Wow, what a jerk." You cannot do that because it's still his father, and it's a good life lesson. Anytime you're talking about somebody's current relationship or somebody's parents, or you really have to be very, very careful
So
what
true.
you say. You have to listen more than you talk.
Yeah.
And then just say, "Oh, that seems really hard, and I know that that may have hurt your feelings, and I know you're like let's say Little Daddy said my son is lazy, or because parents can say really things that are hurtful, and you're like you're not lazy, and I'm sorry he said that, especially in front of me, because you're not, and I don't, and it will never change the way I feel about you or the way I think of you, and just kind of reassure him, and maybe Little Daddy was just having a rough night.
Yeah, maybe they're going through something.
Yeah, maybe everybody's going through something.
Some
And
big
thank you
little
for being so sensitive. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Because not everyone needs friends that really kind of notice when they're going through a rough patch or when they were maybe treated disrespectfully or in a toxic way. And thanks for having antenna for that, because everybody deserves friends and boyfriends and girlfriends like that. Jabbar.
Yes.
¿Qué pasa?
Could you read?
I have two friend groups. That one.
Oh, we're gonna skip the Tara topic.
Okay.
For now, and
Okay.
and we're gonna bookmark that for next week.
Oh, we could do it later tonight too. It's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Because there's 4 people, so it's like,
Yeah.
what else?
It's an intimate, cozy setting. With
Yeah.
the rain.
I think that's cute.
I think it's a good supportive group.
Just because Jabbar's here now.
Okay.
And Jabbar's here now. Yeah.
So we
Okay.
can
All
talk.
because of you, Jabbar.
Okay, so I have two friend groups. One group, the people are a year older than me, and the other group are a couple months younger than me. But they both treat me like a baby. They always pinch my cheeks and tell me how cute I am. They reprimand me when they think I'm doing something bad and say, bad girl, naughty girl.
Ew.
And they always say, oh, my little baby girl, Maddie Waddy, and talk to me like a baby. And I kind of like it, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure why they do it.
Does she have like a
so
baby
glad
face?
you read that question.
Because people do that to me because I have a baby face.
So glad Jabbar read that question.
I was so happy
that was the best.
You know, I'm just saying.
Can we just put that like on a loop and like on the internet and have it be its own channel?
Yeah.
That's weird.
I wouldn't like it, to be honest, so I don't really know what to say. I would be like, like that would make me feel weird.
Can
but
you ever just look at people and
that's
just be
also
like,
never
stop?
happened to me. Everyone's always been like, I can't believe you're only however old I am. Like they always think I'm way older, so that's not Tara.
Yeah, I mean you're like my little sister, but I feel like you're my big sister.
Oh,
yeah,
that's sweet.
I feel like you're way older than me. Josh.
Yeah, well, I mean,
that,
like
Bo?
this. I mean, I guess we're not really debating whether or not she should like it. This is why do they do it? Because you allow them to.
Oh my God,
So,
Josh, you're
I mean-
so good at this.
Well, but I mean, they probably started. I just want to say, you probably look young. Like I think maybe that's it, and maybe you also like you're you're a cute little girl where you're like super super sweet and kind of like girl next door type and very just kind of like that. And I feel like that's what makes people be like, oh, you're so cute, because you're just like
insane.
you're precious. You're a precious person to them, which I think is a compliment. But I think if this is like high school, I think people think they're so funny when it's like, oh, you're so cute, and it's like a thing that people like to do in high school because I know people did that. But like, I think that's why. Did that make sense?
It
I'm
did,
sorry.
and you know what I
It
think
made
happens
sense.
is I think we take on roles based on things that people try, and if other people laugh and react, and it gets a good reaction, then it becomes a thing.
Yeah.
And you guys probably all had a thing that you were called, or a thing that you were teased about, or a thing about your personality that it makes other people feel like they know you because you know, like if I was like spacey. You know, I'm giving that as an example because I was. And so I got this reputation for being spacey, and people would tease me about being spacey, and you know, and then I would laugh. And so if I went through each person, you could probably tell me what you got kind of lovingly teased about in high school, or what was your thing, right?
Let's do it,
Am I right,
Josh.
Lindsay?
Go.
Okay.
Oh, it wasn't lovingly teasing, so we'll go to the next person.
I mean, no, I got the same. No lovingly teasing either. But
This is gonna be the thing where I go, it was lovingly, and then everyone.
Yeah.
Oh, great,
Joey's life has
Jilly.
been so perfect.
I'm sorry.
Well, what was it?
Mom. I was just everyone's like mom or
Oh,
like
you were the
whatever.
mom,
Yeah.
see?
It
Yeah.
was very I loved it. It was sweet.
Yeah, and you liked it, so everyone you reinforced that, and it became like a social bond. Kind
Well,
of.
I think my actions reinforced that.
right.
But yeah.
But if somebody was like, "Oh, Jilly's the mom," you probably smiled, and it probably made you feel good
Yeah, I mean,
because you were taking care of people.
Sure.
a sweet person.
What about you, Tara?
I mean, in high school, it wasn't lovingly, but like now it's kind of lovingly, and I'm the reputation of being the bitch.
Ouch.
But not like a mean, nasty, like, oh, you're like this.
Totally can see that.
Like,
Sorry.
no, but like if I don't like something, or if someone's bothering one of my friends, like I will say something. And sometimes maybe I talk way too much about something, but it's like, cause I'm just like, I'm very opinionated, and like a good amount of times it's probably not the best opinion, but I feel like a lot of the times
You're
it is.
outspoken.
Yes. See, I'm just very outspoken, and I
Blunt.
don't let stuff happen. And so that's why I just say I'm the bitch. I'm not a mean bitch, but I'm just like a cute, feisty, redheaded bitch.
You're like a cuddly bitch.
Yeah, exactly. That's who I am, a cuddly bitch.
Jabbar?
I got always the baby in the group. I always was the baby in the group. I graduated at 17, and it was just always young. I was just always young.
But see,
but
you,
I was
you
also
embraced it,
mature.
right?
Yeah, I embraced it, but I was also mature. So you would never be like, "Oh, you look so young, but you don't act so young." So I was always that type of
Yeah.
person.
I like how
I
you
got
say
that
mature.
mature.
I mean, you
Mature.
have people, even in show business, taking on the nickname of babyface, and like because they get that it's a compliment.
Well,
and
there
that
was an
it's like-
artist named Babyface.
There's
That's what I'm
still
talking about.
is.
Babyface
He's still alive.
Edmonds.
I don't know.
There still is, and so
Jeez.
and then there was a gangster before him named Babyface. And,
Yeah.
so I just think that they mean it lovingly, and if you no longer like it because you think you've matured past a level where you really want to be have that as the identifier,
Sexy face.
then when someone starts doing baby talk, because that's like taking things like a little bit too far, you could just be like, okay, stop with the baby talk. You know,
But she kind of likes it.
That's what you have to figure out.
Kinda.
That's what you have to
she's
figure out.
just accepted it because she doesn't know how to stop it, and now she's in a weird place.
Yeah.
She's just like.
But you know how
But-
sometimes you have a certain nickname and your family calls you a thing, and then you get to a certain place and you go off to college and you like, do not let anyone know that anyone calls me this. Like
My dad calls me Hobo Man from Annie. Hey, Hobo Man. Hey, Dapper Dan. You both got your style. So he always calls me, hey, Hobo Man. Yeah, all the time.
Yeah, so if you've decided that you no longer like a nickname or like an identifier, you do get to say something. Right, Josh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just feeling I got like
He's
mauled
having a
by my
moment.
cat this week.
He's discovering scars.
So-
Oh,
Why?
my Lord.
Did your cat get
Cat.
upset at you? Did you like...
I pushed her off the
Did you
bed.
call your baby?
Well, that's why.
Did you call your cat widow kitty, widow honey, widow, widow?
Oh,
He
yeah.
would have been like, nope.
And the cat was just like slice blood everywhere.
Yikes.
He came back after
Wow.
you pushed her. Her.
No,
off
as
of-
she was going down, she was like.
That's so funny.
Well, you had
So
it
now I have an
coming.
eye on my hand.
Wow.
You had it coming.
So, Jilly, would you like to read the next question?
Sure. Okay. Me and my boyfriend both love spoiling each other, but we can't stand being spoiled. It's pretty much the only thing we ever fight about. Any ideas on how to get over that?
Just get over it. You stupid.
Is it a competitive thing though? Because I know like couples who make it a competitive thing. Like, oh, I have to get a better anniversary present than you do.
No,
or like
they
whatever.
don't like being spoiled, but they like spoiling the other person.
Yeah, because they're making it competitive.
I don't think they're making it competitive. I just think they're stupid.
Okay.
What?
No, but like
cuddly bitch.
no, but like there are people that like spoiling someone, but they don't want to receive it. So I understand what that means, but so that's why they fight because it's like, no, don't spoil me because I just want to keep spoiling you. But then
good problem
if
to
there's
have.
two people,
Wait, can I stick my finger down my throat real quick?
What? Really?
This is just what? This is so gross.
Yeah, it is, but like it's such a like a third ward problem. You know what I mean? It's
I know.
awful.
That's why it's like
it's
kind
like
of
be
first
happy.
world. It's first
They're being cute with you and just like accept it. You're spoiling them, so they want to spoil you.
Do not
Accept
fight
it.
about this.
I mean, I get
Yeah.
There's
Stupid
so
as
many
fight.
more
So-
things that if this is your biggest problem, then like you guys are doing really well.
You know what?
Congratulations.
You know what? So, like Jabbar, shouldn't they just both say thank you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Unless
not
it's
Jabbar.
competitive,
Because it
and
really
that's
wouldn't make me
why.
sick
That's
to
why
my
I
stomach
think
if
so
you
That's
too,
were.
why it's
Julie, yeah.
competitive.
You
I
can
think it's
be
competitive.
cute
I
to
think
each
they're
other.
trying to one up each other and
Right.
see who loves the other one more. And
Or they
But
just
it-
hate
but-
each other. And keep
okay,
wanting
so
to piss
if
each other
somebody-
off.
All right. So like just kind of like boiling this down to its essence. If
Yes.
somebody goes out of their way to do something nice for you, they're hoping that your reaction is, "Oh my God, thank you."
Yeah.
Not like, "Wait, you know, how dare you? I'm the one."
Yeah, but I get that, and at the same time, they know about each other that they hate being spoiled. So I don't think it's about doing something nice with somebody else. They know that they hate being spoiled, so they're actively doing something that's gonna piss their
Oh, so
partner
it's like
off.
malicious.
Oh,
it's
Like-
maybe.
competitive. I'm telling
Like-
you.
This is way
Jabbar
too
and I both
confusing
think it's
for me.
competitive.
I don't even think it's competitive. I think she's just pissing them off. Like then they want to get fights, and then do they want to be together?
No, but or they can really just be the people who love giving, but they don't need to receive. Because I know
Give to
people.
But it
other
doesn't
people.
it wouldn't start
Go
fights.
to
If
a
that was
homeless
what it
shelter
was, it
together
wouldn't start
and
fights.
give.
No,
Like-
because then they're
Yeah.
receiving. It's like, no,
Yeah.
it's like, no, baby, I want to give you something. You don't need to give me anything. I'm okay. I just want to give you it.
What
But then-
weird
But
people
then
though.
two people together who that is their world of giving but not receiving because they just want to give and give, that could create a fight because they're like, no, you should give to somebody else. You should do this. You should that. Don't give it to me. I'm giving to you. So two people acting that way. See, director is nodding his head. I am right.
Yeah, but go and give to like the people or something
So
else.
maybe that's what
like
they'll do
homeless
now,
shelter.
because we're telling them to do
All
that.
right, so we have the solution. You stop giving to each other because you both. It says we both can't stand being spoiled.
So go spoil some
accept
puppies
that.
at the shelter.
Yeah. Oh
Accept
my God,
that
that's
as-
a great idea. Get a dog. Spoil that dog.
Yes. Oh my
Go
God, your dog
rescue,
will
like
love you.
5 puppies.
First, figure
This
out if you
dog
hate
not
your
must-
partner.
just
or not,
one.
though,
Accept,
so.
accept. Both look at each other, look deep into each other's eyes, and say, "We both hate being spoiled. So let's just stop."
Yeah.
But we have a lot of love to give, so we're going to. I looked it up online. You can Google charity work and your zip code and find all these places that need you.
Yeah.
There's all kinds of places you can go to be of service, and that's something you can go and do together.
That will fulfill.
I really think they should get an. Well, maybe not if they're not.
I mean, yeah.
And they can get a dog. But
But
do
I
you think
just
they're
think
mature enough to have a dog?
maybe
'Cause then
not.
they
That's
fight
why.
They could get a
That's why I
gerbil.
retracted that.
or a
But-
hamster or a turtle.
Or go to like a dog rescue and just sit there for hours.
Just volunteer at the shelter.
You can volunteer at the shelter. You
Yeah.
can volunteer
Do something good for spoil somebody else.
spoil
who enjoys
somebody else.
You
You
feel
can send
better about
Tara
yourself
things.
too.
You can send me things.
You can
Yes,
send Tara
please.
things.
I love
She
free
loves
stuff.
it.
Loves-
She loves to be
I have a
being
PO
spoiled.
box.
I love
so
being
shout
spoiled.
out to
much.
you.
My future boyfriend used to spoil the s out of me.
Your future boyfriend?
Future boyfriend?
Yeah, my future boyfriend used to spoil the shit out of me. Yes, I
Oh,
said
he
it.
needs to. Oh,
Yeah.
I thought we were doing time travel within a sentence.
Right. Yeah.
I thought she said my future boyfriend used to, and I'm like, confusion.
She
Yeah.
said
No,
used
oh
to.
no. I love to be spoiled.
She did say used to.
And I love to spoil too, but I just like I found out that I like to be spoiled.
Okay. So do you have a P.O. box that I can?
Oh yeah, PO Box 3397 Santa Monica.
Yeah, send her
Cool.
bandanas. She loves things for her
That's not
doggy,
my P.O.
doggy
box.
jackets, doggy sweaters. She loves it.
Oh my God, Luna loves stuff like
Right?
that. Not really.
Josh, would you read the next question, please?
Yeah. Okay. So I have this best friend. I have had feelings for him for 2 years, and we have dated on and off a couple times, but only for a week or so. I've always break it off because my friends aren't big fans of him, and they make fun of me, which is hard to handle. Also, I don't know if I should risk the friendship, but I feel like I'm in love with this guy. Please help.
Well,
you have dated on and off a couple
Thank you. I
times, but
think-
only for a week.
the friendship is not.
That doesn't
a
make any
thing.
sense.
I would stop worrying about the friendship if I were you, and I would just try it and not worry about your friends. That's weird. Your friends are not in a. I mean, if there's a valid reason that they don't like him, then maybe take that into account. But that shouldn't like if you really like him and you guys are friends, and the only reason that you're calling it off is because of your friends. That's not a good idea. I would say if your friends don't have a really good reason why they don't like him, and you like him as a person, then like give it a real chance.
Yeah.
Don't worry about the friendship.
I always feel like when someone says my friends don't like someone that we need more information, because if it's like he's not in our group, then ignore them. But if it's like he doesn't treat you well,
Right. That's
you need
exactly
to pay
what I
attention
mean.
to that.
Yeah.
That's a thing that's valid. So, and I also feel like this is coming from maybe like really young people, like around 12, where they can be very cliquish about,
For sure.
who's acceptable as a potential boyfriend.
Click.
So it may not be necessary that you date anyone just yet, you know, because you're all growing up together and this is all a fluid situation, and just kind of like be friendly and like say to your friends, no, he's cool. Like really, honestly, he's good at this, he's good at that, he's smart. And maybe as you all get a little bit older, they'll come to accept him a little bit more, and this solution will present itself.
Yeah, I definitely think the valid point is also that you don't want to risk the friendship. However, in your situation, it's already been risk. Like you've already crossed the line into the relationship.
On and
Even though
off
it's been
for
a
a
week. Even though it's been a week, it's still significant. It's significant at that age, especially for the guy probably, because she's the one calling the shots, and so the guy's like just there like a little puppy dog right now probably, and so obviously she's crossed some lines already, so I just go for it. Like, screw your friends.
I mean, he keeps coming back to you, even if you're calling it off. So that kind of shows that he is interested. Like, you're kind of being like the mean one. Like, keep calling it off. Like, stop. Give him a chance.
And also maybe like if your friends got to know him better as a person, maybe they'd be more accepting of him.
Yeah.
We're going to switch topics really quickly because I don't know if you guys are aware of it, but today was a day that they released a new iPhone, correct?
I didn't even know about
The
this.
red
Like,
one.
Yeah,
tell
it was
me.
pretty
Really?
stealth.
It's
yes.
super cool.
You didn't know that.
So
Yeah.
Aaron's our technology whiz, and we're going to get him positioned here next to Jabbar.
I will say I think it's really cool.
You do think it's really cool?
I think it's really cool because I'll let Aaron
So do we
start.
do we have a
Or
clip
do
of
we-
let's
sorry.
watch the clip really quick.
Let's look at the clip.
This is-
Apple just announced a slew of new products and updates. Here's what's new.
That's not
So
bad.
first and foremost, there is a new product red iPhone 7 and 7 Plus. The iPhone itself is still the same. It doesn't have any new features, but it has a new red finish and a white Apple logo and white front. This will be available on March 24th and comes in at the same prices as the normal colors, but only in 128GB and 256GB storage options. And like all the other product red devices, buying this iPhone will contribute to the global fund to fight HIV and AIDS. Apple also introduced a new
All right, you can
9.7
wind
inch
that down,
iPad
Matt.
to
Thank you
replace the
so
iPad.
much, Matt Sigmund in the booth. Aaron, thoughts on the new phone? It looks like it's pretty much the same thing, only red.
Yeah, it is identical in every way to the iPhone 7, iPhone 7 Plus, but of course it ties into their long-standing partnership with the Red Charity, which is, of course, as specified in the video, their whole goal is fighting AIDS around the world. And this is not really a surprise to me. I'm actually kind of surprised it took them this long to do it. They've had a partnership with that charity for at
They had
least,
red iPods and stuff, right?
Yeah, they've had that. They've had a partnership for at least over 5 years, if not longer.
I feel so dumb right now. Continue. Please continue.
But this is the first time I think that they've ever had a direct partnership between that charity and their main line of iPhones. Like that's pretty impressive. And the fact that it all goes, they said, I think it all goes to the
I don't know.
charity,
They
right?
didn't say all. It was like proceeds.
Proceeds. Right. All right.
So I have a question.
Could you
Aaron.
imagine?
Yes.
If you put a case on your red iPhone, how will anyone know you have a red iPhone?
You wouldn't want to do that because
Do
you would
a clear
rather
case.
get the
You could do a clear
red
case,
one.
or
Yeah.
some of them have like the little hole in the back if it's a white Apple, like the.
It's like I gave to charity because I'm a cool person.
Yeah, and also because of the new way that they designed the bottom, the home button, it's no longer an actual physical button, so it is the color of the rest of the phone, and the bottom would be like that button would be red, which is
my
kinda
favorite color is red, so I think I really need that, but I'm in contract with my phone now, so.
Ooh, that's
So do you think like making like technology or like privatized stuff that like consumer goods like also helping charities, like do you think like that's something that is gonna like become a thing, or
It
do you
already
think it
is a
already is a
thing.
thing and it's just something that they're just extending?
I think it's extending.
Well, it's interesting because like Apple's always kind of been at the forefront, I'd say, of outreach, community outreach, so to speak. Not that they are a shining example of a morally upright company.
Right.
They've done some nasty things in the past, but you got to balance that out because like as a corporate entity, it's not necessarily all one person or all one ideal. You have sweatshops that build the machines, but then also like massive charity runs that they do for like for Red as an example, right? So it's like how do you really balance one against the other? And maybe you can't, but this is impressive to the extent that this is a company's flagship basically product, right? Like this is how they make a lot of their money. And this is now them saying, okay, it's fine for a major, one of the most massive companies in the world to take their main product and like not make as much money off of it specifically to give to charity. Like,
I think it's nice.
Yeah, it's setting an example, hopefully, in the corporate universe.
Yeah.
We can only pray.
I was like,
Yeah. And actually, go watch Iron Fist if you haven't already, because they're kind of talking about that on
What's
Netflix.
Iron Fist?
It's the new Netflix Marvel TV show, but I'm
Oh.
getting away from myself.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway.
I think it's really cool.
Yeah.
And I think
The
that
phone or the Netflix show?
the idea that part of the proceeds of the phone go to
Oh, okay.
charity.
Yeah.
That's what I think is cool, because I think like
Yeah.
especially with a lot of the government funding being defunded with certain things, that being able to do good while also using things that we all have every day is something that we're gonna, I think, see a lot more of in the future.
Are there any upcoming features, Aaron, in cell phone technology that you're looking forward to that you've heard about? Because you seem to always have your ear to the ground in terms of technology.
Is there holograms coming?
It's not going to be holograms. It's going to be augmented reality. Stuff like Google Glass, which was not well received, but that's just because they announced it like years before it was ready to be announced.
What does that mean?
Like glasses, right?
Yeah,
Is that what you're talking about?
Google Glass was the
and, like-
augmented reality glasses. Basically,
Got it.
augmented reality is like VR, except you can see through it. So like you see the world around you plus
Oh, it's like that
information.
movie.
That's really
Like many movies.
Yeah.
No, the one where he falls in love with his phone.
Not exactly.
Mean.
It would be like
Wait, you
how
mean Her?
yeah, which is a great film.
No, where you actually like see like the spies and like you can see stuff being written on the thing. And
Yeah,
yeah?
it's like how in when Iron Man is in his suit, he can like see things
Yeah.
overlaid on the world around him.
Got it.
That is
Yeah.
augmented reality.
So
Oh,
we're
like
all gonna
Pokemon
be
Go.
Iron Man.
Yes. Oh my god.
Yeah, like
I'm
Pokemon
Iron
Go.
Woman.
Is it
I'm Iron Girl.
We are.
Pokemon Go is currently the most
Iron Red
widespread
Girl
augmented
women.
reality thing. No, you know what is the most widespread augmented reality thing right now, I think?
What?
Backup cameras in cars.
When you keep saying augment, I only think of breast augmentation.
That is very strange because I only think of Deus Ex Human Revolution, which is a video game. So
Imagine if you were looking
So
at
word
your,
associations
your
by
the
Journals Out
camera
Loud.
in your car backing up, and all you saw was augmented breasts. That's
I don't know if I want that car or not.
That's augmented reality. All right, no. So explain what you meant. Is it augmented reality to watch your car backing up
to the phone.
So you
Right.
don't.
To an
That's so you don't run over toddlers. It's specific.
Well, specifically because when you go in the modern cars, you look at that camera overlay. It's not just a camera saying, you're backing up now. It's a camera saying, here is going to be the curvature of your car as you back up. Here is an outline of something important not to hit.
There's a grid.
That's what
Right.
Jilly's car does.
It does.
Yeah.
I can vouch. Very
She drove
useful.
me
Mhm.
before.
Yeah, so it's basically it's upping your visual game, right? It's
Yeah.
it's
I
saying
want to up my visual game.
Yeah.
I want to up my visual game.
it's acknowledging the thing that we all know, which is that there's more to the world information-wise than we can see with our eyes. So
cool.
But you know what would be
And not
awesome is if we could
information-wise.
rig it so that instead of seeing the back of your car, they would see our show. And people would want to just
It would
keep
be really-
backing up.
really
Because
unsafe.
they'd be like, what happens next?
Let's not
I
have a
really
lawsuit.
was interested in how you were
And
going
they'd
to
run
finish
over
that.
people and things, but they'd be like, this is a great show.
Yeah.
And that's
No?
what's most
Bad
important.
idea?
and that's the most important thing, isn't it? Yeah.
Bad idea.
And speaking of show, I think we're ready for the next topic.
Yay,
Next
technology
topic.
segment.
Yay, Techie Talkie with Aaron.
Yay,
Yay.
Aaron.
So, Jilly, would you read the next question, please?
For sure.
Oh my God, what is
Hold
Aaron
on.
doing?
Aaron
The director is sliding off.
Okay,
the couch.
He's doing the
so
limbo.
there's this guy who sits in front of me in class. 2 days ago, he turned around and was literally saying, I love you. You're so beautiful for the entire class. Jeez. For the entire class. He literally said that he's going to tell me he loves me every day. Sorry, I'm just
I
a
feel
little
like he's
confused.
gay.
He's dating someone else, and I have no feelings at all towards him. If he keeps saying all these things, should I tell him something? It's getting uncomfortable.
I think it's a joke, or
I think
he's
it's a-
gay.
I think it's a joke, too.
It could be a joke, but just tell his girlfriend.
No.
No, you don't do that.
You're
not the messenger of that.
I
No,
like it.
ignore him.
Tell-
Ignore him. Don't
No,
give him attention. He
It will
wants
get him to
attention.
stop.
Ignore him, but then tell your
It will get him to stop.
Ignore him. Tell your friend, and then your friend tell someone. So you weren't the one that was doing it,
But you could just directly look at
couldn't
him
know
and
you
go, you have a girlfriend.
or
Stop.
that too.
Okay, so if you tell your friend and they go like through the lines
Yeah.
that go around and everything, they're still gonna know it came from you because you're the only one talking about it. So,
But
honestly,
still, at
it's
least
like,
you weren't
just go straight to
the
point.
bee
You're the
that
blunt
said it.
person here, and you're saying don't be blunt.
I mean,
Tara the cuddly bitch. She has a theme song now.
can we make a theme song for me? Like,
Okay,
for
so
real
you're
though?
saying don't
No,
tell
I
a
was
friend.
just
You're
saying-
say, what are you saying?
Hey, girlfriend, your boyfriend says he loves me. Every
I
day.
like
I'm saying ignore. Don't do anything. Don't give him any attention.
Yeah.
Don't acknowledge it.
But
Jabbar,
if he's going
I like to
to
take a quick poll.
Okay,
Jabbar?
I should have.
You say don't acknowledge
I
it?
said don't acknowledge it.
I think once you put your foot down constantly, then it will stop.
I feel
I just
like
think
Weezy
it could make a thing.
No,
or
just, like,
that's
look
probably
at
what he
him.
wants, don't you think? He wants you to be like, stop.
No, just say you have a girlfriend. Bah.
But here's the thing: is
But
she's
I think
already
he's doing
writing.
it as a joke. I think.
Okay, yeah, maybe,
no?
but she's
Okay.
already writing into it, so it's bothering her enough. She has to write a question, so she's not gonna be able to ignore it, Jilly.
All right, fine.
But
Try.
there's people around you
Valid
who are
point.
hearing this. It's not
Try
a
to
secret.
ignore it.
It's going to get back to his girlfriend.
I just think with these things, like if you ignore it, like they're doing it for attention. They're not doing it to be ignored.
Right.
So I think if you don't want that to be a thing, eventually he will stop if you don't give any attention to it, even though I'm sure it's so annoying.
Yeah.
But maybe that's just what I would do because I don't like conflict.
I just feel like you don't have to put up with anything you don't want to put up with. And you can
Yeah.
always just look at somebody and just say, stop. You
Or I
need
could
to
be
stop.
like, excuse me, teacher, he's bothering me. Can you please move him?
What you
Call him out.
You just scream rape. And I promise you. No, I'm just
Do
teasing.
not do that.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Yell fire.
Oh my
Yell
God,
fire.
Weezy.
Yeah. No, don't do that. All right. No, I'm being silly. I'm being silly. You can't do any of what I just said.
Do
It's-
none of
it's
those
just being
things.
silly. But what I am saying is that your words have meaning, and you get to look at him and say, "Stop! It's not okay. I'm not comfortable with this." I'm just teaching kids to never listen to anything I say. That's all. That's all that's happening. Don't get alarmed.
Aaron's just so disappointed in
You
you.
really shouldn't be talking to children at all. I mean, a lot of people have said. People are saying.
Word on the
That's my
street is
Donald
oh
Trump
my
impression.
God.
Everyone is saying. Don't yell. Don't do anything. But you do get to tell him, you're making me. Because you wrote, it's getting uncomfortable. It's like, you're making me uncomfortable. Stop. I mean, I don't feel like women say that often enough, right? Just say the truth. You're always worried about what if someone gets angry with me, or what if people don't like me. No, he doesn't get to. Whatever he thinks he's doing, he probably thinks it's funny or cute or whatever. And like Jilly said, he's trying to get attention. And like whatever Josh said was probably the right thing. So yeah. But I mean, definitely be complimented by it. I wouldn't let it get to you.
Okay.
And the last question is really an important one, right?
So important.
So important. Tara, would you read it?
Like the very, very last question?
I think that's where we are.
How do I kiss a guy? What do they like? You do it. You kiss the guy, and if they like how you kiss, they'll keep on kissing you.
Do you guys feel like kissing is instinctive and that people shouldn't overthink it and be too...
Yes.
Or is there a learning curve to kissing?
There's a learning curve. I didn't know. I didn't make out until like I kissed like the 4th or 5th guy because I was terrified. I was like, how do you make out? Do you use tongue? Do you not use tongue? Like, do you go... Like, I don't know.
I think it's a very individual thing, and that's what girls don't realize, or guys, or anybody. You think that everyone kisses the same way, and they don't.
No,
and that was a shocking thing for me to find out.
Yeah, like some guys have like small lips, and then like it just feels really weird. Some guys have really plump lips, and then they're just like slobber all over you. You gotta find like the right lips that match up.
So you really shouldn't date anyone whose lips don't match your lips?
Yeah.
Or like, can't you just like...
I hate skinny lips.
Your mouth into the shape of like...
No, I hate skinny lips, but I hate big lips. Like there were I got slobbered on when I made out with a guy in the movie theater. He had the biggest lips I've ever seen. Oh my God.
But now you're making fun of someone's appearance. He doesn't have any control over...
He was hot. Like, don't get me wrong. He was cute enough for me to kiss, but like it just didn't work. Like he was too big.
Well,
okay, wait a minute.
You can if you really liked him, you could explain to him what you like. Because I really think that you can make it work.
That was high school. He just wanted to talk to me. It didn't matter.
Okay, I'm going to rein it in.
What did I miss?
You're bring it back. You're doing sexual innuendos over there.
What's happening over here?
There's a lot of slack, Jilly. Good luck.
It's okay. We're right here.
Okay.
We're reining it in.
We're reining it in.
I give the worst advice. I don't even listen.
No,
to
I
me.
just say stuff that's really stupid sometimes.
Here's the thing.
All right, go ahead.
Everybody, I would say it's like 80% instinctual and 20%. What did you say? Learning curve?
Learning curve, yeah.
And I think that you do, that's kind of all I have to say. I'm just going to stop, Jabbar.
But I think people can put too much pressure on kissing in that, if he's not a good kisser, then it's not going to work. Then there's no chemistry. It's not going to work out. But
I do believe that.
You do?
Oh, yeah.
Who believes that?
Believes what?
If they're not a good kisser, then it's not...
Well, it depends on your value of like if you like kissing. Like some couples don't like kissing. So I mean, if they're not a good kisser,
I hate kissing.
Yeah, so then you wouldn't care if you're
Jabbar hates
I would
kissing.
not.
Jilly, are you good?
You weirdo.
Hashtag Jabbar hates kissing and make that a thing, please.
Future girlfriends don't care to kiss them, just cuddle.
So no,
do you like cuddling?
I totally get and respect that because I do feel like people put too much pressure on that magic moment that's supposed to happen. And if you do like kissing, you can gently let the person know, lead by example, like with your lips. Maybe he'll follow, or you could then say,
or tell him how to kiss. I've told someone how to kiss.
Because if you like everything else about his personality and his looks and everything about him, then I don't really feel like kissing should get in the way.
I cried when I first kissed
Really?
Yeah.
You cried?
Mm-hmm.
How did that go?
Cried because
I was so happy. Like we were talking we were talking for like 3 months, just like over texting, and then the first time I actually got to like see him in person, we were like, oh, I think we're gonna be a couple and everything, and like we kissed. Like I cried because I was so happy that I kissed him.
Did he think you had bit him?
No,
or
no. I just
he
told
had
him,
bit
like,
you. Sorry,
he thought it was cute. He thought
How
it was
old
cute.
were you?
I was about to be 18. That's when we first started dating.
I mean, it should be really emotional, and it is like a very intimate connection.
Yeah.
And in a lot of ways, and I've said this before, kissing is more intimate than sex because kissing happens with your faces, and you're like, if your soul lives right here, then you're like putting your soul like right next to his soul, and it's very intimate. Yeah. So, and then it also involves tongues, which we eat with, and so. Yeah, it's not everybody's thing. It's not everybody's thing, and so don't put too much pressure on it. The reason that you cried was because you already felt emotionally connected to this person.
Yes.
And that's when a kiss means the most.
Yes.
Is when there's that emotional intimacy already.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think you should worry too much about it. And it's also okay to say to the guy, like, I'm nervous and and to be vulnerable. Don't you think, Jilly? No?
Yes, is the right answer.
Oh, I feel like you would never do that. But I would never, because I'm the mom.
Maybe I don't know.
I'm supposed to know these things. I'm the one who's the expert.
No, I don't know. I mean, I think like, yes, in practice, yes, being vulnerable is a good thing and you should be honest about how you're feeling. But I think actually a lot of girls don't do that because they want to seem like they're cool.
They want to seem like they're cool, and everyone kind of, especially I think guys feel a lot of pressure of that they're supposed to have had experience, but you don't have experience until you have experience. So everyone on planet Earth that you look around and you go like, oh, that experience. Nobody was born, like babies don't come out going, oh yeah, I am one hell of a kisser. I mean, everybody has to get there somehow. And so you get to get there too. You get to have your own journey without feeling like that puts you behind.
Weezy, the stuff that you are saying
I
today,
love this
I
question.
can't even get
I love
over
when we get
it
this
right
kind
now.
of question.
So sorry, I shouldn't be talking to kids.
No, I think it's like friggin' hilarious this week. I don't know what has gotten in your coffee.
There's a little bit of chocolate.
That's what happened. Sugar high.
So Tara, did you want to talk about what you've been through this week or not this week?
I can, yeah.
Because we have 5 minutes. And Jabbar's here. And so's your mom.
Yeah, but my real mom is watching.
Oh, your mom
too.
has been so great.
God, I love your mom.
Your mom is the
yeah.
cutest.
So I mean, thankfully, like people who are on my actual Facebook and stuff that know me don't really watch this yet. So it's okay to talk about. But last week, if you guys saw, I wasn't really talking, and I actually had to get up and walk away at one point because that day I broke up with my boyfriend. 4 years almost. It would have been 4 years in May. And it's honestly the first heartbreak. Like, it was my first real relationship. We lived together for 3 years, and you know, it was just really hard. And like, I mean, even Jilly, like I've been talking to her all week, and like I have to try and keep reminding myself that it was for the best, but it's like I just keep fantasizing that like he's gonna come back and we work well together, and it's just gonna be amazing because he was my first love, my first everything basically, and it's over, and it's like I'm in a weird place right now. I don't really know what to think. Is it really?
Don't you live with him?
We did, yeah. We lived together.
How's that going now?
He left the day after. He went back to Alaska. Yeah.
Alaska.
Yeah.
That was fast.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's kind of the shocker. I didn't know what to think about that, but I think it was just really hard on him. But like the weird thing was, like, I mean, we cuddled that night and we kissed. I was crying all day. It's like, are you sure this shouldn't be just like a break and not a breakup? And it's just like, I mean, our minds were just all over the place that I don't know really what we were going through. And so I've just, you know, been trying to keep busy with work and do everything, but it's weird.
But I think you made, like, it's one of those things where sometimes you have to make a really tough choice of like, is it like you love somebody so much, but is it like, when do you have to decide that it just doesn't work, right?
Yeah, I think
that was like a big...
I think it came to the point where I loved him, but we just were at different places in our life right now, and I don't think we were working as a team anymore, and I think we just needed to figure out what we want out of life, which I know is so cliche to say, but...
It's true.
It was really true. We kind of were just growing apart a little bit, and we loved each other and we wanted to hang on to each other, but it just, something wasn't clicking, and we were fighting a good bit of the time, but then we were happy. And so like, I keep going to where I'm really angry about everything, but then I'm really happy that I got to be with him, thinking about the happy times. So like my mind is just all jumbled right now, but it's just, I don't know. It's weird, man. Your first heartbreak. Like I wish that on no one. It's not fun.
Well, there's a lot of really interesting analogies about love and about people.
Yeah.
And one of my favorites is that you're both in like inner tubes.
Yeah.
And you're in the ocean.
Uh-huh.
And so the only way to stay together is to constantly be paddling, because the waves are going to take you other places, the tide is going to take you other places, and it's constant energy. Any relationship to remain together through life and in life is constantly paddling towards the other person, or deciding I'm going to paddle over here and I'll meet you back over there. and to be okay with that. Like, where am I going to meet you? Is that going to be okay with you?
Yeah.
Will if you go off to the movies with your friends, will I still be here and be comfortable when you come home, or will I be sad and angry and all of those things, and career wise and choices and everything, and so when you go from being whatever age you were when you started dating him to this age is like it's a big transitional period in adulting. And
I think we were just so young, and we moved in so young, and like everybody was saying that, but we were fine for the first like year or two we were together, but slowly stuff was just changing, and we just weren't. I think our communication wasn't the best. I want to say that's probably where, you know, it kind of went awry, is like we just couldn't communicate the right way, but we loved each other, but we just, communication I think was probably one of the biggest things that we just needed work on, and we just didn't know how to talk to one another to help each other understand how we were feeling and what was going on. And I think that's why I said, you know, I think you need to find yourself, and I think I need to find myself, and we need to figure out how to talk, whether we get back together or we remain friends, or like, I mean, we haven't spoken since, like there's been nothing, no communication, no nothing. But I mean, I think that's for the best. Like, I just think we need space between us now, because it
sounds really healthy.
I mean, it's healthy, but like, I know
heartbreak is heartbreak, but it sounds like you guys made a healthy choice at this juncture.
Yeah, it's just weird. It's really friggin' weird. Like, cause like I'm there, and if it's like, hey, can you go get me a water? Sure, babe. I don't have that anymore. I don't have someone who's watching TV while I'm watching TV, or we watch a show together. Like, it's just like the last 4 years of my life, I don't have. I would love a robot. Well, I have a dog, right, Luna?
But your dog does not get water.
Luna, it's your baby.
If there were a dog that got water, they would sell a lot of dogs.
I just saw this video on Facebook where this dog was doing everything for this owner, and it was the coolest thing in the world. It was like it went to the refrigerator.
Tag me in that.
Okay,
it was a golden retriever, wasn't it?
I'm not sure.
I saw one that like
that
dog
everything.
knew how to like clean up the house, like put your toys away, open up, like get the can of beer, like all that stuff.
Another good thing for getting you some water is kids.
Or siblings.
You know, but I wouldn't take that route just yet. Yeah.
There was this kid that I think he was like autistic or something, but he was like talking to me, and I was just like, God, I have such like a mom thing in me where it's like, I love being around kids and talking to them. It's like, oh yes, you're so like, yes, tell me more. Like, I know when I get older, I'm going to be a rockin' mom.
But you know what I want to say about getting water? Every time you get up and get yourself some water, that's a reminder that you are enough.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that. Yeah. Yay, Wheezy.
And I finally said something helpful, so that.
Thank you.
Goodbye, everybody.
Yay.
Oh wait, I'm going to read the credits. I wrote credits. You're going to be so proud of me. Our director is Matt Sigmund. Our producers are me and Patricia Bach. Our associate producer is Aaron Bach. Our assistant director is Andrew Kolb. Our executive intern is Lindsey Lack. Our cast is Joshua Elizondo, Jilly Halperin, Jabbar Lewis, Tara Bianco, KatieMichal Pullen, Ben Nesbit, and Sean Lusk. Our theme song was written by me, Louise Palanker, produced by John Maddox, and performed by Lily Fair. We will see you next week.